Green flag.
Yeah, the guy or driver seemed to get a great jump as at 69 of Eller. He's 3 wide as soon as he could be, trying to gain some positions.
Walter in the 66 not having it. They're side by side, blocking Eller out. Eller's had to drop back a little bit.
Meanwhile, we've got a 3-truck battle, almost 3 wide for the lead. Boone throwing the block from the apron.
White flag. No more cautions are out. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. 32 up front. Looking like the 32 is pulling away a little bit, but we still got some corners to go. 9 dropping back. 74.
For the run.
Simmons is right there to take that 3rd spot away. Simmons he wants the win. And it's going to be the 32 of Bolton. Up 16 spots.
They're 4 wide behind them.
I know. I was trying to pay attention to the winner, but I seen the number 8 and the number 66 are fighting hard for P2 here. 8 not trying. Oh, and they door bang a little bit right there. Ellswick probably able to get the run.
66. Ellswick has the run on the outside.
8 still not letting go. 66 riding that middle line, seeing if he can go ahead and take it home.
Coming to the white.
Final lap, ladies and gentlemen. It's a dragneck battle for the 2nd place here. 8, 66 side by side, coming in for the last lap here.
66 still side by side with the 8. He's going to get the drive down off the hill. The 8's going to try to work him up the track, try to take that line away from him. The 66 still rolling off the top. The 8's going to get a little tight here. He's going to drive to the bottom. The 66 is going to be a drag race to the finish line, and it goes low.
Oh! Close finish. Ellswick goes ahead and takes that 2nd place, but our winner, Thomas Coonan, coming out and dominating this race at Las Vegas, ladies and gentlemen. Looks like Tyler Kay and Kenneth Gallman are going to be battling it out for the restart here at Richmond for the down and out 175. This has been one of the most exciting races we've been able to watch all season. Here we go. Pace cars off the track. We're going back to the Geico restart zone. Green flag. A little bit of bumping right there in the beginning. Jockeying for position 86 is Shane Cochran's trying to fight his way out to the front. Number 8 creating a decent gap for himself, able to get up there. He's going to be running his own race here in a moment. They get final lap. No more cautions for this. Austin, here we go. Last time around Richmond. 8 battling it out with the 71.
This is it. Definitely not the podium finishers that we were expecting 5 laps ago. But here we are.
Not at all. And the number 8 takes it home. I told you we were going to get a new winner tonight, Austin. I knew it. Tyler Kay. And that was my pick as well. Fontaine with the wind out of his sails. It's just going to be the 2 teammates, 1 and 2, 71 and 33 out front. I knew it. Fontaine's tires were falling off.
This 33 is going to get him. He's just got to play it smart.
33 on the inside.
Yep, there he goes.
coming down to the white flag here. And yes, Lynch underneath.
Last lap, ladies and gentlemen. Lynch going up front in the 71. 71 fighting hard to stay.
Sun's going down and the rig is on. iRacing is where I belong. Discord's lit and the drivers are here. This is GEC, there's no room for fear. Green flag drops and the engines roar. 40 cars and we all want more. Mash the gases, we're on the line. Forward and we're feeling fine. Drifting close in a slipstream dance. Taking the cars in a high-speed trance. Tri-oval side by side in this GEC League. There's nowhere to White flag need a perfect lap. All gas, no brakes to close that gap. Checkered waves in the racing world. Another battle is over and done. Just to the booth, hope they like the show. Victory lane is all
Hello, happy Tuesday evening. Thank you for joining us here on the GEC NASCAR League THDesigns Truck Series. We got a little bit of a late start, but we are now on the grid at Rockingham. We've got a pretty big field here, 28 drivers, 27 getting lined up. Pretty excited for this one. Like I said, we're getting a little bit of a late start, but everybody has now joined the grid. We're getting ready to go racing. Let's go ahead and take a look at our starting grid. It's going to be Cameron Craighead starting on the pole. Newcomer Brianna Thompson on the outside. Then Landon Cano in P3. John Anthony P4. Chapman and Griffin making up row 3. Then Gallman and Katz. Couple new names here this week. Excited to see what these newcomers can do. Kiernan and Hayes rounding out your top 10. And it's going to be Sol Denny, the sheep mom, in 11th. Kyle Simmons, 12th. Jonah Seawright and Aiden Como in row 7. And David Culleton and Michael Boyd in row 8. Aaron Yancey and Shelton in row 9. Then Nate Weaver and Jay Monin rounding out the top 20. Ricky Setzer and Hammond in row 11. McMillan and Khan row 12. And we are racing against the pace car here. Abu Saeed and Weibel there. Then Scotty Yancey and Sellers. And we are racing here at Rockingham.
Why does it have me fielded?
I think you might have joined as a driver. I'm not sure. Either way.
No, such a...
Either way, Craig had out to a strong lead and the field spaced out immediately. But Thompson, they're in second. Newcomer, some fresh names today. Thompson and Katz jumping out to me. I know that the 48 was fast in practice. Oh, we've got a driver going around already. That's Kyle Simmons in the 74 making contact with the inside wall, but we are staying green. And he's got serious damage on that 74 machine. And we've got a number of other drivers crashing, including that one right there. I believe that's the 53 of Weibel. We're still green. crashes all over the place here. We're going to take a look back. Again, we're still green.
Caution's out.
And there it
Caution's
is. Finally, a caution. Looks like the 50 has also crashed. So we're going to go back and first watch what happens to the 74 coming off turn 2. That's going to be a trouble spot all night long. These trucks really loose, and you can see all by himself down into the wall. That is a hard hit. Gonna need the fast repair right away for the 74. And then he gets saved by the caution that came out afterwards. So Wyville was the next truck to go around. We'll take a look here at the 53. And that truck just got loose on entry to 3. And then he overcorrected, taps the wall. That's not too bad of a contact, but unfortunately drifted right down in front of the 74, who was already trying to get to pit road. Then after that, it was the 50. The next truck to have issues. Let's look at that one.
We didn't do who's your pick tonight, did we?
We haven't had time to do much just yet. We're going to get caught up here during this first caution. So Culleton, again, kind of in that, just coming off the turn, gets a little loose. We're seeing that early. It is a hot track, and Rockingham is a surprisingly technical oval here. Bumps everywhere, and the banking is aggressive, but then it kind of leaves you very quickly on exit and can get you into trouble. So while we're under caution, let's do, like I said, we got a little bit of a late start here, but that's no problem. We're going to take a look at our race breakdown. This is race number 6 here at Rockingham, the Rock 120 in the THDesigns Truck Series. We're doing 120 laps. It's a 1 mile track, so about 120 miles. One stage going to be happening at the end of lap 48, and then as usual, we got that 60% fuel window. That puts my calculator somewhere between 45 and 50 laps on fuel. We got 6 additional sets of tires, and you're probably going to need them here tonight. And then, as always, 3 green, white checkers, and I don't know why that says no fast repairs. We do have one, as we always do. There we go, got that fixed up. And then in the booth with me, Mr. Sellers. How you doing tonight?
Yes. Wishing I was out there on the track, but prior obligations got me in the booth tonight, so happy to be here. Unfortunately, not out here at the Rock, which took a provisional. Happy I did. I hate this track with a passion. It's like you said, it's very technical.
Yeah, we ran a practice race last night. I had a chance to jump in one of the trucks and take it around the track. You have a lot of different lines you can take. You can really save tires down low, but if you're looking for speed, it's going to be a little bit higher on the track. But these trucks actually a joy to drive compared to the next gen cup car we're going to be racing here on Thursday. That thing is just tight everywhere until you're spinning. Going to be a big challenge for our cup series on Thursday, but right now we're here with the THDesigns Truck Series, and Craig
back to green.
Gonna lead them back for the second time tonight. Starting on the outside row, gets a great jump. And I think you're gonna see that all night. The leader has a huge advantage here at Rockingham because you can spin the tires if you're trying to be too aggressive, and the leader's the only one that knows when we're going.
Giving a shout out to one of our new driver, Cats. Maintaining position on restart, good execution there. Just really solid performance. Glad to see that from some new drivers, some new blood in the league. As she has Kiernan, the number 6, behind her.
Ooh, somebody in the wall back there. And somebody down to the inside wall. That's Soul. Oh, and now Boyd up into the wall. He has to check up. Last week's winner.
I don't even know who I'm following right now.
So we stay green. A couple drivers having incidents here on this second run, and you can just see everyone is loose out of turn 2, and as we mentioned, that's going to be the trouble spot tonight. But the driver that's on the move is that 5 truck of Jamie Griffin.
Jamie has a lot of ground to make up this season, especially in points if he wants to be there at the end of the season. Missing 2 races, the opening race and last week's race due to a vacation. He is out of provisionals for the rest of the season.
Well, he's up 3 spots so far tonight, looking good. as he's making a move on the 48 down low. Side by side as they cross the start finish line, and Griffin going to clear the 28 or the 48, sorry, and take second place as he looks to track down that 33 truck of Craighead, who these drivers have been chasing all season long. A little further back, the driver of the 13, Jonah Seawright, it's the fastest lap of the race so far, 24.7 flat. In that 10th position, but moving forward up 3 positions already tonight. The biggest gainer, though, is Hammond. He's still in 13th, but up 9 positions from the start of the race. Khan also up 5 positions. We saw Boyd get into the wall a couple laps ago. Don't see any significant damage to that 21 machine as he's battling here with the 7 of Yancey. Looks like Setzer may have had an issue. We're going to jump back a lap and ride along, battling with the 53. Both of these trucks a little off the pace, and there it is. Or just kind of gets a squirrely. I'm not sure he even touched the wall. Well, he's going to do there. So it's still Craighead now with about a second lead on the pack. Kano has lost 2 positions from the start of the race, but is now kind of starting to recover as the 48 is drifting back just a little bit here. Chapman has now gotten around her after Griffin did. Kano driving for IT and Out Racing, one of our longest standing teams here at GEC. His teammate Robert McMillan trying to find his way to the front. He's back in 21st right now. Those 2 IT and Out drivers have been pretty solid all season. Best battle on the track right now. It's between the 21 and the 81 of Nate Weaver. And they're also tracking down Yancey in the 7. That's Aaron Yancey. 1 of 2 in the field.
Jamie Griffin into the wall in turn 1, getting it back under control, losing some ground on Craighead as he meets lap traffic and navigates the 4.
The 4 of Setzer. Let's jump back a lap. See if we can
It was right into
catch
1.
that moment. Oh, and Setzer way off the pace. Along with the 9. It's the other Yancey brother. And Griffin actually makes contact with the 9 and turns him. We might need to go back an extra lap to see what was going on there between Setzer and the 9.
Did I just see a blown engine on your side?
Oh, I'm kind of jumping around. I think that was the 9 truck. Okay, so Scotty gets into the wall right as the leaders are catching him, and that puts Setzer on his bumper. And it's got him off the pace. Then the leaders just catch these 2 with a lot of speed. And we saw what happened then. Griffin trying to find his way through here. So that is Yancey on pit road with big smoke.
Jamie loose out of turn 2. He saves it. He's back He's back going. Oh my God! He's going to give up position to the 48 of B. Thompson here.
And there goes
trying to get his
Chapman
truck
as
back under
well.
control.
We've got more contact. A lot of drivers slapping the wall here. McMillan and Abu Saeed, the last 2 to have some issues. Looks like Griffin has it back under control, but Kano there.
is looking all scary on his outside.
And once you heat up these tires, especially the rears, they don't cool down very fast. You really have to take a slow, easy lap to get it back under control.
Little Walborough shouldn't have won. Just watching Jamie Griffin, our series race director over both leagues, getting back in the driver's seat for the first time this season.
Well, it's his first season in a couple seasons, but this is not his first race this year.
Oh, of course. This is his first season back, is what I meant.
So
We're really struggling to find his footing though in the past few races, having some solid runs, but not good finishes.
Yeah, we talked a little bit. This is a 120 lap race. First stage, 48 laps. So we are now officially halfway to the end of the first stage. And that fuel window is right around the stage length. So we'll have to wait and see if drivers are paying attention to that fuel gauge and made sure they had enough to get to that stage finish.
Looking good, buddy. Oh.
Hammond coming up on
yeah.
Como. Again, Hammond has been moving forward all race. You see, there he slaps the wall and gets loose out of 2. Gets it back under control, but he started back in 23rd and has worked his way into the top 10. Biggest mover of the race. And up in front of these two, we've got a great 3-truck battle here between Kiernan, Katz, and Anthony. Or no, that's Chapman. Sorry, Anthony's ahead of this group trying to track down Griffin.
Al Simmons got turned in the backstretch out of 2.
There is second caution of the day.
McMillan Jr. came off the wall and turned the 74.
Let's go ahead and take a look at that one. If we can find it.
You know, Kyle Simmons is probably...
We're riding with McMillan. Yeah, slaps the wall, and you're right, just comes back down into the 74. The second time that 74 has had some bad luck already. As we are riding under caution. We do have a new feature this week, so we asked a couple drivers if they would like to give us an in-car camera. We had a couple people sign up for it. Nate Weaver, Aiden Como, and David Culleton, all polite enough to give us a view into their cockpits tonight. So we'll be checking in on them, especially on restarts and things like that. And here they come down pit road. I want to thank these guys for taking the opportunity to let us test this feature out. Hopefully we can use it more in the future, but it's looking pretty good right now. With that, every driver coming down pit road, like I said, if you weren't paying attention to your fuel, there's a chance you're going to run out before the stage completion. So you really need this one. Now this is going to put everybody on similar strategy depending on how many tires they take here. We watch the race off pit road. Roughly the way they came in, maybe Hammond gained a spot or two. But looks like
Jamie was calling out over radio trying to figure out who he had ran over in the backstretch. So I went to give him a personal message from the booth. He killed the 9. he feels awful.
Yeah, again, just an awkward setup there. The 9 had hit the wall. It looked like he picked up some damage and really lost pace right as the leaders were coming around to lap him and the 4. Let's go back. Looks like Abu Saeed might have had a crash after the yellow flag came out. Take a look here at that 2 Budweiser truck. Oh, and Denny just didn't check up quite fast enough. A little bit of contact there under caution. Hopefully no significant damage to either of those cars.
Claim under caution. Number 68.
That is
McMillan Jr.
McMillan taking the claim for that last caution.
Yes, sir.
And now we are coming back to green. That pace truck going to hit pit road here in just a moment. We're going to go back racing. Cameron Craighead out front. He's been there all night long. Does anybody have something for that 33?
Come on, Jamie, be smart.
Everybody on cold tires here. It looks like the entire field took 4 tires, and you're going to need all 4. This track just eats those tires up. In these first few laps, you've got to be careful. You can really put a lot of heat into them, especially the right rear. Send this thing around. Anthony now side by side with Griffin. Oh, and that high line prevails there on entry, and there's
Caution
another caution. I see the 7.
Denny O2 claim.
That fast. Go back and take a look at this one. Oh yeah, the O2 gets loose. Yancey tries to go low to get around her. And just for good measure, the 74 picks up some contact too. He cannot catch a break. Also looks like Shelton has picked up a black flag. Back on lap 30. That was right around the restart, I believe. Oh, Shelton having to deal with a penalty now.
Both Yanceys, unfortunately, have been involved in wrecks today. Heavy damage to both cars.
I mean, at this point, it seems like Craighead and Thompson might be the only trucks that haven't been involved in at least getting sideways or a little bit of contact with the wall.
I
68.
think Yancey's still on fire on pit road. He is. Yancey's car is still burning on pit road.
Is that the 9 of Scotty? Yeah, he is.
Somebody gave him Josh Berry's pit crew.
I mean, it sounds like he's got his foot in the throttle. From here, we'll see how that works out for him.
In there. Just threw a brick in there.
The Setzer going to get the lucky dog there. And that should put him just 1 lap down. So Aaron Yancey, David Culleton, Setzer, and Simmons, the 4 cars 1 lap down, going to be battling for the next lucky dog when they can get the opportunity.
Kyle Simmons just unfortunately in a bad spot with that back end damage at a track like this. Like that little dent on the back right of that 74 doesn't look like a lot, but man, in these trucks you feel it. Your truck wants to lose control every corner with just the slightest dent back there. Very unfortunate.
We want to, as always, thank everybody watching down in the YouTube live chat. Love to see you engaging with us. I mean, we've got a lot of people cheering for that 0-2. A lot of people cheering for Infield Legends, Dirty South, Skidmark Racing. Let us know who you're pulling for, who you think's got a shot at this first stage win. I mean, if you're not picking Craighead, you must know something I don't, but he has been dominant all race long. led
I'm
all
taking Griffin.
35 laps.
He's on the front row. I'm taking Griffin. I think he's on the front row unless my sim is messed up.
Looks like he's in fourth on mine. Craig had another great jump, as we mentioned.
there
It's
it is.
really easy for the leader to get a great jump at this track because it's so easy to spin the tires. 48 going to hold on to second, but Kano is now in third. Back behind them, Anthony trying to track down Jamie Griffin, but he's got Cats right behind him.
We got cows and we got cats.
Then Kieran and Como going at it. The 6 going to slap the wall. Back behind them, we got a driver sideways. Is that Hayes in the 82? Collects it up. We had talked about Hammond. I mean, he was moving forward pretty dominantly for a while there. But it looks like maybe he came in to top off on fuel. Something there. And there goes the 50 around. That was Culleton. And he was, at the time, in the lucky dog slot. So that hurts. Possibly contact with the O2.
Who takes the lucky dog now as we're coming to stage?
Now, stage is 48.
Simmons takes the lucky dog.
48.
48 tonight.
We'll jump back a lap and ride along with the 50. Oh, yeah, I think he was just doing his darndest to stay out of Weibel as they came out of the turn. He was actually clear of the 53, but I think he was trying to stay out of him in case he got to his outside.
Jamie Griffin turned into the outside wall. He's sideways. Everyone's sideways. Jonah Seawright makes it through.
Big collision. We're still green, though.
How did that not throw the caution?
Griffin gonna need to get up to speed so that he doesn't lose a lap and try to limp back to the end of the stage. It's 6 laps, though.
With the damage he has at the back of his truck.
And here we take a look at the replay. Jamie kind of all by himself there. Kano gets loose, and I think, oh, a little bit of contact.
Look at Seawright just get through there.
Who was that? Was
But
that
how did that not
Anthony?
throw caution? That was the 13 on the bottom.
The
That
42.
was,
The 42
Seawright.
was the one. Heavy contact there in the wall. I think he got the worst of it. Go back and watch from the cockpit. We can get it here. Kano gets loose, and I think that throws everybody off of their rhythm here. Jamie checks up. You're right, Seawright goes flying through there just in time.
The way he also merged back in the track was impressive, that he didn't nail the wall.
And while we were watching this, Craig had an issue. Thompson is your leader. Go back and see if we can find that one.
Oh man, I think Cat's got involved in that wreck.
And then now Craighead losing positions to Como and Seawright. He has an issue.
Yep, Cat's is back off. No.
I mean, we got a number of drivers way off the pace after picking up damage. Thompson is in first and pulling away with a second
back
gap.
to pit road.
Back to Kano. Yeah, Anthony and Katz on pit road right now. So they are likely going to lose a lap or two. Katz also picks up a black flag getting on pit road. Bad night getting worse there for one of our rookies. Right now, Kano is the only driver within reach of Thompson, just 7/10 back. They got another lap and a half to finish out stage one. And the drama picking up already here in stage one. We've had 98 total incident points amongst the field. Craighead all the way back to 13th. Did not see that coming. We will go back and see what happened to the 33 at the stage break. But for now, the 48 of Thompson takes the stage. As race control a little slow to throw the caution here. Still has not thrown it here. Race control, come in. There it is. And Thompson takes the win. So your stage rundown going to be Thompson, Kano, Como, Seawright, Hammond, Kiernan, Chapman, Boyd, Weaver, and Gallman as your top 10. We are going to join up with the 33 and start jumping back laps until we can find what happened to him. It was back on lap 42. The 48 was in second. And then right here, catches the 33 very quickly. Back that up. So it's out of turn 2. The 33 is kind of driving along. And then slaps the wall. Oh, and the inside wall, that's where the heavy contact was. And then we saw the 33 fade back through the field. So Craighead led 42 laps before that incident. We're going to get an opportunity to stay on the lead lap, use a fast repair if they need it, or get some repairs done if it's short enough time. Yeah, a lot of drivers having issues. A lot of the front runners in the first stage. A number of drivers gaining double-digit positions since the start of the race. So as everyone rolls off pit road, we'll kind of check in on who's going forward, who's going backwards. And in that first stage, we had 4 cautions for 11 laps. And only 1 lead change, and that was when Craighead got into the wall. Brianna Thompson up front in the 48. Kano in second. As we look in, Hammond using some pit strategy and driving his heart out to end that stage. Now up to 4th. That's 18 positions. Khan also up 14, and Weaver up 11. Weaver is in 8th position.
Yeah, I had to go remind race control that stage cautions exist.
It gets busy down in that race control booth. All right, we are going to jump on board and go in car with Nate Weaver on this restart. You can see how hard it is to get on the gas without spinning the tires. Weaver restarting 8th. Going to take the high line and see if he can catch up to the 21 and the 6 in front of him. That's Hammond down on the low line.
Wrecking the front. Leaders wrecking. Leaders are
And
wrecking.
there it is. You saw it from inside the 81. How about that? We'll have to go back and see how that one got started. I was just having so much fun riding along with him. Did not see
We were such a good guy
how
to
that
ride
one
around with.
started. So we'll go back and look. It looks like Thompson, with a little bit of help from the 45, and both of them overcorrecting, collecting some contact as the 48 turns around. Everybody else, oh, I was going to say everybody else made it through clean, but it looks like Setzer and Yancey got together. Let's jump on board with the 7 all the way towards the back. So just trucks and cars going everywhere. It looks like he might have gotten turned by somebody behind him. Maybe the 4, maybe it was somebody else. So Weaver gaining 2 positions through that chaos. But Jonah Seawright is who is up front, the 13 truck. Aiden Como in second. A lot of drama so far tonight. We check in on our in-race reporters. Nate Weaver, Aiden Como, and Culleton. Let's see, Weaver and Como look like they're laughing about that one, having a good time. Culleton, though, was one of the trucks I think got sideways there, so he's in the pits, taking care of some service and repairs. As they get the 1 to go. Again, we want to thank everybody watching out in YouTube land. If you're having fun, hit the like, hit the subscribe, you know the deal. And if you like this racing at Rockingham, tune in on Thursday night when our Cup Series will be here. And I expect probably a little more wrecks, to be honest. Those cars are a monster to get around this track.
Oh, so you're saying me and Swanson will have our work cut out for us in
Yeah.
the race control booth?
Yeah, you're going to be having some fun, that's for sure.
Thursday night coverage done by Jamie Hanneman, John Sellers, Kiernan, and a new face that will be joining us Thursday night.
And the pace truck is in. And they're off. Seawright with a great jump. Kiernan gets a little bit loose, but keeps it under him. That's going to let Como get clean in second. We've got a 3-wide battle as Craighead driving for redemption to make up for that mistake. About 15 laps to go.
Here, this is where a lot of people kind of have problems with him, as he drives wickedly aggressive. He kind of sticks his nose where it just doesn't fit sometimes. I would know. I've been wrecked by him.
Well, it's hard to argue with the numbers. He's got 3 race wins and 4 stage wins on the season already.
Of course.
A little bit of contact there. Chapman and Kahn both slapping the wall and then trying to stay out of each other. Griffin now trying to get caught up with Kiernan, as Weaver's right there with him. We're officially halfway in the race here at lap 60 with 60 more to go.
The 96 is going to cause a wreck with the 33.
We just had Katz get loose, and then I think Weibel down off the pace. But Seawright still out front, 0.4 of a second.
Aiden tight off turn.
Griffin gets around Kiernan, or I thought he did, and then Kiernan powered back on by on the bottom. And Weaver trying to follow him through. I can't see the other trucks. There we go. And a battle shaping up in front of these guys as Boyd has caught Como. 21 and 96 going at it.
Now, do you do a bump and run here? I mean, we saw the 45 try to do a bump and run, and it went so wrong.
Yeah, I mean, I think at this point in the race, there's really no reason to be doing anything like that, but 10 to go, 15 to go. Yeah, I'm going to be bumping. And Thompson has joined this battle to make it 4 trucks.
Boyd to the inside of the 96. And turn 3, turn 4. Can't get it done. Fall back in line.
It is hard to pass here. The dirty air is an issue. If you catch someone and they're running the same line as you, you're going to have to get creative.
I mean, they put bumpers on these cars for a reason, everybody.
48 now looking low on Griffin.
21 outside 96. $21 gonna execute the pass. Gonna be even out of turn 2. Execute the pass.
No!
Aiden Como turns him.
They get together. The 96 is drifting back into traffic. He collects Weaver. Oh, and Anthony gets him. This is an awful wreck, collecting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 cars with contact. Let's go back and take a look at this one. Riding with the 96. Boyd battling there on the outside. And I think he was expecting the 21 to clear him on exit so he could drift up and just didn't quite make it. What a ride for Aiden Como. And that is really going to shake up the field. Those two drivers were battling for 3rd and 4th, I believe, when that happened. And a little bit of pit strategy playing out, too, as Seawright stayed out. He's the leader. Everybody else came down pit road. That's going to leave the 13 in a really uncomfortable position out front.
Oh, he's gonna sink like a rock. Everyone's coming in or gonna be there with pit advantage, and it's unfortunate.
And the two drivers picking up the most damage on that wreck, Como and Anthony, both with meatballs. Meatball flags. That means you've got serious damage that iRacing will not let you get back on track without fixing.
And I don't think Aiden has a fast repair remaining. So that will inevitably end his race tonight.
I think he does. On my screen, I show that he has not used it just yet.
He's sitting in his pit box, not using it.
Yeah, he might be stuck. Sometimes with the meatball, he didn't take a tow, did he?
He could have taken a tow. I didn't check. Let me check.
Yeah, either way, sometimes with the meatball, it won't even let you use the fast repair depending on the situation.
I believe he did tow. Yeah, he towed.
All right, so he's towing right now. I think as soon as he gets there, though, he should be able to leverage that fast repair. And while we're sitting here, go ahead and look at some of our wrench wranglers. The drivers who've had to make the most repairs tonight. Sol Denny with 4.5 minutes. Weibel with 2.5. Abu Said over 2. Shelton and Culleton also with multiple minutes, and Kyle Simmons just over a minute. All of those drivers outside the top 10. No one has had the time to rebound yet. Hayes is in 11th and Kahn in 7th, but they have had under a minute. Not too much to deal with so far.
Weaver involved in that wreck is now P6.
Yeah, I think both he and Boyd picked up some contact, but stayed out on track, or they pitted, but I don't think they picked up enough damage to stay in the pits making repairs. And Seawright is off, and now Hammond is in second.
I think with Weaver, he's just happy for a P8 finish, P10. I think he's happy with all that.
Yeah, and Hammond making it work on the low line. He's got a win this year. Michael Boyd in the 21, who kind of survived that contact with the 96 a few laps ago. He's got 2 wins on the season.
96 pit exit right now. He will be 4 laps down at the flag. Contact in the back.
Ooh, yeah.
They keep it going. They keep it going. Green flag.
Griffin and
Contact with
Kiernan.
Griffin.
Let's take a look at that one.
Griffin set on comms.
Ooh.
I deserve that.
That's got to be the best save of the night. Both of those trucks were sideways together, looking like the U.S. Drift Nationals. And they just straightened it out. Lost about 5 positions, but did not hit the wall. That was incredible. Looks like the 7 of Aaron Yancey has picked up a black flag on the restart. He's going to pit to serve that penalty. The only car 1 lap down right now is Setzer. He's caught the lucky dog already once tonight, trying to get 1 more. Craighead trying to get around Chapman. He's going to do it. And that's Abu Saeed just behind them, but that 2 truck is 6 laps down. Gonna need a lot more cautions and some wave rounds to get back on the lead lap and get in contention. Up front, Hammond has taken the lead. Passing Seawright back on 2 laps ago. Let's go back and take a look at that change of the lead. And gotten right on the bumper of the 13. And took the high side into 1 and 2 and made it stick.
Unfortunately for Outlaw Performance, looks like Hammond is about to lap the 74 for the 3rd lap tonight.
Now, we talked about it earlier. 74.
4th lap.
Falling out of the caution tree and hitting every limb on the way down. Could not avoid the first 3 cautions, I think, all caught the 74 one way or another.
And it's very unfortunate for him as his first incident didn't even give him a caution as he plowed that backside wall. He's getting a little antsy here. His leaders will pass him on the outside. He does not want to be responsible for anything else.
We take a look at...
Good news for him. He will not have any claims tonight.
Hey, it's the small victories. We're taking a look here at Hammond's trajectory. Started in 23rd, made his way up to about 10th, then pitted under a caution back around lap 25, and then has been working his way towards the front ever since. Now in the lead. Behind the leader, the 48, Brianna Thompson. Same song, but different key here, as she was up front most of the race before having that contact with Griffin. Or was it the 45? I think it was Kano.
It was the 45 that...
drifted back to 17th and is already back to 2nd and gaining on the leader just 0.3 right now. Michael Boyd behind that battle. Caught up in that last caution, but stayed in the top 5 and is now back up to 3rd, trying to chase down the leaders. In 4th place, Kiernan of the 6 truck. Kind of steady as it goes most of the race, in the top 10 the whole time. Hasn't dropped below 10th and has gotten as high as 3rd, right now running in 4th. And the 45 of Kano was in the top 5 for the first half of the race. Then dropped out, getting 4 tires under caution. Had to make a couple repairs. And is marching back forward as low as 17th and now running 5th. Then the 81 of Weaver started back around 19th. Now in the top 5, that 81 truck has not stopped moving forward all day long. Here with 40 laps to go, we'll see what Nate can do.
I believe he's top 6.
Yeah, in 7th is Seawright. He was our leader not too long ago, but we talked about how he kind of got hung out to dry by the pit strategy. The leader stayed out, everyone else came down and got fresh tires, and next up to get by him going to be the 33 of Craighead. Oh, those two not making it easy on each other. Still side by side. Seawright hanging on with those older tires, but he's going to give way there. Then in 9th, on of infield legends in the 47, a little
Weaver
bit
around in the back. Weaver around in the back. He's back going as Craighead's going to blow him by him here on the outside. We stay green. As now Craighead has a massive gap to overcome to the leaders at 8.5 seconds off pace.
Yeah, so it's 5-second gap there between Kano in 5th and Craighead in 6th. But yeah, I mean, we saw, you mentioned it, Weaver off pace. Let's go back and take a look. Or maybe it was even another lap back.
He's got some extensive damage to his back corner.
Ooh, right there. Ooh, just a light kiss to the wall. That wasn't bad at all. He should be all right. There is a battle.
That tail damage in these trucks, man, is just, it's hard to overcome.
On is now caught Seawright. 47 trying to get him around. And as we finish our run through the top 10, running in 10th is Chapman. He has already stopped 3 times and made repairs after starting in the top 5. Dropped as low as 15th, but back in the top 10 now. Trying to move back forward. So 14 cars still on the lead lap. Ulleton, the last on the lead lap right now. We saw him involved with some cautions, but he is still coming forward on the lead lap. Setzer sitting in that lucky dog position. As now Kano is working on Kiernan. I feel like these two have been racing around each other all night long and kind of all season long. Both of them starting up front in the top 5 and just kind of holding steady here as we're entering the final stages of the race. Closest.
Currently. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I'm just gonna say closest battle on track right now is Weaver trying to get around Chapman. That is for 7th.
Current cars retired from the race is the 41 of Katz, the 42 of J. Anthony, the 02 of S. Denny, the 67 of J. Moonen, 9 Yancey, and apparently me. Wait, A-Cell? Who's A-Sellers? What the hell?
I'm not even sure who A-Sellers is. Anyway, it's Seawright and Culleton hit pit road just in the last lap or two, and now Kiernan and Abu Said also coming in. So we're seeing some green flag stops. Most of the field last pitted on lap 67. So I think the drivers we just saw pit were the ones that had stayed out on the last caution to either get track position or get a wave around. Not paying off for them at this point, as we still have 29 laps to go. Oh, you see Hayes really drive it deep into the corner, almost into the 81. Just taps the wall slightly instead. Hayes running 8th in that 82 Titans Motorsports machine. Now Kano starting to track down Boyd. He's going to get him. Or he gained a lot of ground there on the backstretch. Boyd up into the fence ever so gently. That's going to let Kano get beside him, but they're neither truck really pulling ahead here down the front stretch into turn 1. 45 throws it in on the bottom. Giving Boyd plenty of room. Oh, the 21 gets into the wall. Slows him down. That lets the 45 up to 3rd.
Man, the 48 just driving.
Now the field's starting to spread out into pit strategy here as Craighead, Kiernan, those are drivers who we've seen up front. They're pitting early, maybe trying to take advantage of some tires here on this run. Now Hayes and Griffin are on pit road, the next two to do that. But I think if I'm Thompson or Hammond, I'm staying out. I've got a couple second lead back to 3rd, and then almost 10 seconds between 4th and 5th. I'm going to ride this out and hope for another caution because we've had a few here tonight. So far, 6 cautions for 18 caution laps. Just 3 lead changes. Drivers leading laps tonight. Craig had the most with 42 before he got into the wall. Then Hammond now with 19, and Brianna Thompson up to 18 as she's still in the lead. And there she comes to pit road, so Hammond takes the lead away from the 48. He is clean on to pit road. Kano now up to 2nd. And drivers now, these folks at the front that haven't pitted, they've got 30 laps on these tires, 30 laps on this tank. I think they can get somewhere around 45. So they are pitting on strategy, not by need. And now here comes just about everyone. Hammond's into the pits as well. So Chapman and Weaver, and they're coming to pit road. Weaver going to stay out. He is going to inherit the lead here as Kiernan blows by on the outside, and you can see the difference in speed, new tires to old. Almost a 3-second difference here, about 2.5 seconds for some of the drivers between their fresh tire speed and their old tire speed. And we've got cars around, trucks around. My apologies. And a 7th caution of the night just came out. Looks like Setzer, Como, and Kiernan all involved. We'll start with Setzer. Oh, just up into the wall, and then nowhere for the 96 and the 50 to go. Kiernan trying to avoid it. He comes down, makes contact. That was a kind of an awkward thing. It almost looked like the 4 blew a tire or something. That was just a quick movement up to the wall. Go back and watch it again. Here you can see there's some damage to the front of that 4. He might have hit the wall the turn before and didn't know how much grip that truck was going to have. So the 4 up into the wall. The 96 with nowhere to go, and especially at Rockingham, you can't just turn the truck down. There's no grip at that point of entry. The 50 gets into the back of the 96. So a couple drivers here having more bad luck. And that is going to set us up for an interesting finish. So just 10 trucks on the lead lap. We were in the middle of a green flag pit cycle. I think the only driver up front that hadn't pitted yet was Weaver. He might have even been thinking about coming down pit road right as that was happening. So he was the leader. He comes down and pits right here. And then I think Craighead was the last driver on the lead lap. Griffin should be the lucky dog here. A little hard to tell, but he is showing as the first car 1 lap down at the moment. So it might have been that it was Craighead who picked up the lucky dog. With 19 laps to go, there's not going to be any fuel concerns, but if we get a caution somewhere 10 or 12 laps from now, I would expect some people to come get tires. So back up front, Thompson still in the lead. Hammond in second. So those two swapping a little bit through that green flag cycle. Boyd still up there in third, Kano in fourth, and Weaver in fifth. Again, he was the big winner by staying out as long as he did until this caution came in. We've got a handful of drivers that just out of the timing of the green flag cycle got trapped a lap down.
This is Brianna's debut race, correct?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is there for the 48. So here we go. Pace truck is off. You see a whole bunch of drivers back there. They are the wave arounds. That's really going to space the field out right from the start. Again, just 7 trucks on the lead lap here with 18 to go. Big puff of smoke there. I think that was just lingering from something under caution. I think that Hayes might have just had an issue. Hayes running 19th. Oh, it might have just been a blinker disconnect. Oh, there it is. Grabbed a shift a little aggressively there on pit exit. So up front, it's still Thompson.
Caution's out.
Oh, for the 8th time tonight. Stetzer involved.
Of course the Sester's involved.
That 4 truck is flirting with the incident limit. That's going to be 22 right there, and that just runs out of room.
He's got no bumper on that truck. I mean, it's going to be so difficult to drive that thing around here.
Stetzer certainly had his share of contact. So I'm looking through the list of drivers right now. There's 1, 2, 3 drivers on the track that have not had to use their fast repair tonight. Those 3 are Hammond, Boyd, and Kahn. All in the top 10. All with a fast repair in their hand if they need it.
Setzer's about to DQ himself if he can't step in the walls. That truck is not handling without that bumper right now. He might also have wheel damage. Let's get in the cockpit and look at this. Wheel straight. He's good. It's good there. He's gonna try to race this with no bumper.
Yeah, so
oh no.
We're gonna check in with our in-car cameras. Kobo out of the race, or at least off the track. I think still technically in the race, but major damage there for the 96. Weaver and Culleton still out there. I think Culleton is 1 lap down. He's going to be fighting with Griffin, Gallman, and Chapman to be in that lucky dog position. Weaver, we mentioned, winning that pit road strategy under green flag, staying out until the caution came out.
Aiden Como out of the pits. He's 8 laps down and running 18th.
Now there are 8
We
cars.
have Como and Como. That's confusing. Both sound the same, spelled completely different.
All right, folks, here we go. 14 to go. I don't think we're done with cautions, but you're going to have to get everything you can on this one to be in position for that final green flag lap or on the next restart coming up. But it's a lot of familiar names up front. Thompson in the 48, Hammond in the 92, Kano, Boyd, Craighead has rebounded all the way to the top 5. And most of these drivers leading laps here tonight. Craighead with 42. Thompson with 24. Hammond with 21. Seawright picked up some damage. He's back in 13th, 2 laps down. But otherwise, it's all the heavy hitters from the night are in play here in the top 5. As well as Weaver, Chapman, Kiernan, Kahn, and Gallman all in the top 10, but only the top 8 on the lead lap. Thompson gets a great start. Kano looking high. Heyman going to get by, and then Craighead going to go by on the bottom and try to get to Hammond. Can't do it in that turn, but he's going to slide up in front of the 45 and start moving forward.
Hammond working on the 48. In each corner, he's trying to chase her down. As we're coming to 11 to go next time by.
And Setzer picked up another incident point and has been disqualified on incidents.
It was probably that not having that bumper, dude. Like I said, these trucks are undrivable without a bumper. I don't know what it is about its downforce. Without it, you cannot corner the truck without losing it.
And that last, Hammond just laid down the fastest lap all night, a 24:46, which is actually tied with your leader, Thompson. Craighead, Boyd, and Kano also laying down fast laps tonight. Now Seawright showing some speed as well. Oh, and Boyd almost gets into Kano. Gonna have to check up for now. These top 5 are pulling away. It's a 2-second gap back to Khan in 6th.
Yeah, really good work by Hammond here. He's trying to run different lines. Obviously, you don't want to be in that dirty air. You want to try to do something different than the car in front of you. Trying to work it, trying to find something to close this gap between Brianna. Brianna is so fast, so dominant. Putting him in dirty air, controlling the race from where she's at right now. So we come 8 to go here.
Thompson's starting to pull away a little bit. 4/10 gap, but behind him, battle is on. Kano getting to the rear fender of the 33. He's going to throw it in down low. Can he carry enough momentum off the corner? A little bit of a crossover by Craighead.
If I'm Brianna, I just want these guys to race it out. Don't cause a caution.
And Boyd with a big run out of turn 2. This is the 3-car battle for 3rd. You just have the feeling that Boyd is faster than these two, but can't find the opportunity to go around them. And it seems like late in the race, the low line has been where drivers have been able to find some speed that they weren't finding earlier in the race.
Hammond's finding something on Brianna. In the closing laps this fall, you come 5 to go at the line.
We've got a pretty good battle back for 6th, as well as Khan is getting around Weaver. And a couple lap down cars fighting behind him. That's Seawright and Como. Battles all over the track. But Thompson holding that 0.3 of a second lead pretty steady the last couple laps here.
Weaver gonna get looks like he's comfortably in 7th place right now. Moving to 6th.
Hammond hard into the wall. And that really takes away his momentum, as now he's developed a second gap. Already a 1.5 seconds almost. As we're taking a look at the lap times. The last 5 laps, they're pretty much trading it back and forth until that one right there, lap 117, a full second lost by Hammond if that contact with the wall, and that's going to bring him back closer to Kano now, as Craighead is still trying to hold off Boyd. Boyd faster than the 33, 4 of the last 5 laps.
We're about to see greatness. 2 to go. 2 to go for Outlaw Performance at the Rockingham. Oh my God.
In a race with twists and turns, Craighead leads 40-some laps to start the race, then makes contact with the wall, takes himself out of the lead. He's fought back to 4th. But up front, newcomer Brianna Thompson survives heavy contact in the middle of the race, and the white flag is out.
Brought to you by Outlaw Performance. 1 to go. She's got 2 corners to go. Can she do it in her rookie debut?
And you can see she's about 100 feet off of that wall out of turn 2, taking no chances here.
Bring her back. Nice and clean. Look at that. An excellent, badass performance by the number 48. Brianna Thompson is your winner.
A new driver in victory lane. Look out. This season is just getting started, and the 48 already with a win, batting 1,000. Behind her, it's Hammond, Kano, Craighead, and Boyd as your top 5. Great race. A lot of cautions, but this is a tough technical track. As we mentioned, only 3 drivers made it to the end without using a fast repair. The 48 was not one of them. She had to use it after that contact got her turned into the wall.
Give me a second. I'm getting everybody. And Hammond. Hammond. Brianna, could you... Never mind, I'll have race control do it.
48 busy doing donuts right now. The 11 joining in on the fun. That's Shelton.
And there he is. All right, we got all 3.
All right, let's go ahead and start with our 3rd place finisher, the 45, Landon Kano. You got a copy?
Yes, sir. I got you.
How about that? A tough race all night. We saw you running up front pretty much the whole time. Walk us through your night.
A lot of coming and going for sure. First off, want to apologize for Thompson getting into him and that going into turn 3. But I mean, I guess heck of a comeback for the both of us for sure. So played a lot of pitch strategy, just seeing what we could do to slice up through the field.
Yeah, I mean, the track looked like a lot to handle. I mean, we saw some drivers using the high line consistently, but there at the end, we saw you using the low line a lot. Is that saving tires, or is it more just that's the only place to get around somebody?
I mean, really, it's really tough to pass here. Really, that's where I found was my speed, definitely trying to save tire at the same time, being on the bottom, but just kind of finding out through the whole race where we could run comfortably.
Well, congratulations. A great, strong run, some good side-by-side battles, and you made a podium finish. Anybody else you got to thank for tonight's race?
Really, my spotter tonight, Brad Wilson, the whole entire crew over at IT and out.
Bad Brad.
Yes, sir. Yep. And then all my family, friends watching at home. Glad I was able to put on a show tonight.
Well, congratulations again, and we'll see you next week.
Yes, sir. See you next week.
All right. Next up is the 92 truck of Hammond for Infield Motorsports. You got a copy there, 92.
Yes, sir.
All right. We saw you coming from the back early. What happened in qualifying?
Just didn't qualify. I like to make it hard on myself again.
Got you. Well, we were watching you moving forward. I think you gained more positions than anybody else in the race. Talk us through your night. Again, we saw you seem to be someone who preferred the high line, if I remember right. But just where was the speed out there? Were you saving tires or just going for speed all night?
Yeah, the first part of the race, definitely saving tires. I pretty much didn't even hit full throttle until I got halfway out of the straightaway. So I was pretty much saving tires, running the low line pretty much the full night, honestly. Only time I really started running the high line is when we ran that long run. So yeah, I was just pretty much trying to save and avoid any wrecks that I can, especially coming from the back.
Well, it worked out. There were only 3 cars that did not use a fast repair, and you were one of them. So I think you were keeping it safe for sure.
Yep, that was the plan. Just keep it safe, make it to the end. And I knew I had a fast Chevy. It was just kind of hard to pass. It was just all about track position. And once I lost that lead with the lap down car, it was kind of hard to really pass.
Well, I think it worked out pretty well for you there. Up to second, a strong podium finish, keeping the momentum going here in the middle of the season. Congratulations again. Anybody else you got to thank for your run tonight?
I want to thank Chevy for giving me a fast Chevy truck, my sponsor Real Talk Productions and Field Legends, and my shout out my fans in the chat, and of course the broadcast booth.
Yes, sir. Well, congratulations again on the podium finish, and we'll see you out there next week.
Sounds good. See ya.
Thank you. Next up, driver of the 48, a fresh name, bringing some fresh speed here to the THDesign Truck Series. Brianna, you got a copy?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right, walk us through your night. I mean, we saw you qualify pretty well up front, and then you get turned somewhere around the middle of the race, and you fight your way back right back into the top 5 in only about 20 laps, and then kind of use some strategy there to stay up. Talk us through the decision on when to pit there on those last few pit stops, because it really hurt some drivers as they got trapped 2 laps down, but you made it work out for you.
Well, first stop when I got turned, I was pretty disappointed. Then came in for tires after working my way back through. Last time I was thinking about pitting, but crew chief / spotter helped me made the better decision, and glad to get a fine debut, I will say.
Absolutely. I mean, I can't remember the last time we had a first-time driver win the race, other than the first race of the season when we had a lot of new drivers. So congratulations again. Who else you got to thank? You mentioned your crew chief, but who else you got to thank for your run tonight?
I would like to thank all my real life sponsors that sponsor me real life: RGL Construction, Qualls Farms, all of them. And I would like to thank again Dennis Lane for spotting for me and crew chiefing me to the win. And I'd like to thank everybody who was watching this fine race, I would say.
Yeah, I was pretty excited from up here in the booth. A lot of cautions, a lot of wrecks. Like we mentioned, only 2 or 3 drivers didn't have to use their fast repair. You had to use yours, but you got right back into the mix and then came home with the win. Congratulations. Are we going to see you again out here next week?
100%. Bought the track just to race it.
All right. Well, we're looking forward to it. Congratulations again.
Thank you.
And that's going to wrap it up for us here at the THDesign Truck Series, brought to you by Outlaw Performance at Rockingham. We'll take a final look at our race results. It was Brianna Thompson bringing it home in her GEC NASCAR debut. Then Hammond Cano rounding out the podium. Craighead rebounding to 4th after heavy contact with the wall took him out of the lead in stage 1. Michael Boyd surviving couple wrecks and some heavy contact late in the race to bring it home in 5th. Weaver using pit strategy to stay out front. He's in 6th. Then Kahn, Kiernan, Chapman, and Jamie Griffin round out the top 10. Gallman, Culleton, Seawright, McMillan, Simmons, Aaron Yancey, Como, Shelton, Wyville, Abu Said are your top 20. Then Ricky Setzer, Hayes, Katz, Anthony, Sol Denny, Jay Munnan, Scotty Yancey, and our mystery driver Sellers, who didn't actually start the race. But yeah, tremendous race. A lot of bad luck, a lot of pit strategy, and hard racing. came out on top. So I want to thank everybody for watching, and we'll see you again on Thursday as our Cup cars take on Rockingham, and then next week on Tuesday, where we will be, I believe, somewhere special. We're going to be taking it to the Mobility Resort Motegi Speedway. Looking forward to that one. Really going to shake it up and try something different. We look forward to all of you joining us there. And thank you for joining us in the live chat, letting us know who you're pulling for. We love to see you there. And hope you tune in next time. Thanks for watching.
Sun's going down and the rig is on. iRacing is where I belong. Discord's lit and the drivers are here. This is GEC, there's no room for fear. Green flag drops and the engines roar. 40 cars and we all want more. Mash the gases, we're on the line. Forward and we're feeling fine. Drifting close in a slipstream dance. Taking the cars in a high-speed trance. Try oval side by side. In this GEC League, there's nowhere to White flag need a perfect lap. All gas, no brakes to close that gap. Checkered waves in the racing world. Another battle is over and done. Cheers to the booth, hope they like the show. Victory lane is all I know.